If there's a cute new boy at school who takes an interest in you the instant you get superpowers, maybe be a little suspicious, even if he's super nice. I'm Gayfesh, and today we'll be talking Ms. Marvel Episode 2 Crushed. But before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Spoilers ahead. Man, a lot happened in this episode. We get a reprise of Kamala walking through her school hallway, but this time she's full of confidence and vigor, standing up for herself and losing her social awkwardness. She even sees a cute new guy named Kamran and decides to go to a party where he'll be. Surprisingly, her mom even agrees to let her go, and of course the instant she's there, someone hands her a screwdriver and lies about it, and she worries if she's drunk after having one sip. The Popo show up, and so everyone piles into Kamran's car to make a getaway. Zoe, the redheaded TikTok famous classmate, goes mega viral over having been saved by Kamala, who she calls Nightlight. It's actually kind of a cute name, considering her powers do kind of look like if a black light could harden. Plus, maybe she and Night Monkey can team up. But because of Zoe's growing internet fame, she gets picked up by Damage Control, and they interrogate her to learn that Nightlight is South Asian. Get a wee bit of commentary here because they decided to start scoping out mosques and mention how the FBI is already on it. Kamala and Bruno go through a Shazam-style montage of her figuring out how her powers work, and he uses an infrared camera to determine that the hard light she creates is coming from her and not her bangle. Something tells me they might actually go for an Inhuman origin here and that the bracelet contains Terrigen or something. It certainly seems that her powers are inherited because she keeps being given visions of her great-grandmother Aisha reaching out to her, all while she hears stories from her aunties that Aisha was a pariah, a woman who cursed everything she touches, and there are rumors from infidelity to murder about her. I'm sure we'll learn more in the episodes to come. We also see Kamala and her friend Nakia attending mosque, and they complain about how the men's section is kept pristine, but the women's section is neglected, with faucets not working, tiles falling off, and carpet mold. Kamala convinces Nakia to run for the open seat on the mosque board so that their issues can be represented, and she spends Eid, that's a Muslim holiday for the uninitiated, campaigning for the seat. Side note, I'm not super familiar with Muslim holidays or customs, but I did a little bit of looking. Kamala calls this the Lesser Eid because there are two holidays called Eid, which would make this one Eid al-Fitr, the celebration and breaking of the fast at the end of Ramadan. But we saw Kamala eating lunch at school before the holiday. It's not unheard of for a Muslim to break the Ramadan fasting rules. Back when I was religious, I'd break rules all the time, but it doesn't get addressed. Someone let me know in the comments if I'm completely off base here and getting my facts wrong. I am but a mere fish tuber. During the Eid celebration, a kid is sitting out the window of the mosque tower and loses his grip, and Kamala has to run off to put on her costume and rescue the kid. It's sloppy, but she does save him, and then is immediately chased by damage control drones and officers before Kamran shows up out of nowhere in his car to get her away from them. Then we find out his mother's in the backseat, and she's apparently been looking for Kamala for some time. Again, I don't know the comics. I have no idea who this is, but I get the feeling she's a little sinister. So that's the episode. What did you think? Leave a comment down below.
That's actually really funny that Kamala's mom lets her go to a real house party with alcohol, but wouldn't let her go to a convention.
Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share the video with your friends. Subscribe to my Patreon to get shouted out in future videos. Check out my Bandcamp for banging tunes, including all the tracks you heard in this video. Follow me on Twitter at GayestFesh, and don't forget to check out my podcast, The Rest of Both Worlds, where I go through Star Trek The Next Generation with a friend who's never seen it. Thank you to all my patrons, with a special shout out to Piftle Cakes and Renee Vorbeck. Your support is greatly appreciated. See you all in the next video.